Right, hero comics here. Next is our hero comics hate mail, transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. I have my notebook covering up basically, basically, basically my pants because I want to be more modest here, because you get to see my whole. You're basically seeing me just it's a more relaxed, intimate type pose, and apparently, yeah. The junkiness is in full effect, so we're going to just cover that up to be more PG there, and keep going here. Let's see here. Yeah. So this is hate mail. Yeah, atheist hate mail, atheist hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Transgender hate mail. Basically a bunch of video and some other things. Basically a bunch of me reacting to a bunch of negative comments from. And mostly negative comments from that are responses to comments I made on YouTube and DeviantArt, usually against these deviant lifestyles. And then there's some other stuff too, which you'll see in a little bit. Trigger warning: words like penis, vagina, uterus, ovaries, testicles, and vulva will be used in these videos. I am a Bible-believing Christian, so I say may tick you off. There are people that say they're Christian but don't believe in the Bible, and what they say may tick you off. Well, then that really messes them up. What they say may tick you off. There are people that say that God is evil, which is wrong, or God does not exist, which is wrong, and what they say may tick you off. I have a bunch of screen caps here. Okay, I gotta show that so I can see the screen caps. Screen caps here, a bunch of them. And I will not be showing them because my brother has informed me that they can be considered evidence of harassment. Or basically, if it's a person, excuse me, air bubble. There you go. If a person is basically putting comments or makes some content that is basically saying that they want to end it all because of how they look, how their body looks or sounds, or what their body does normally, naturally, like menstruate or something like that. And I say, hey, you don't need to do that. Here are the scientific reasons why. Here are the biblical reasons why I believe that. They can say that's harassment because they're not thinking straight. Let's continue on here. Also, there will be no names or icons shown or talked about, because it's not specifically about who says what. It's more about what people who believe this way believe, and why I must stand against it. Now, let's see here. Yeah. So this will be basically the order has changed. Right. Last time I was doing something like that, but I decided to upgrade. I have this nice terabyte hard drive over here that I'm using, that I'm getting the screen caps off of. Okay, and I took that terabyte hard drive, went to my current daily driver computer, and plugged it into they plugged it into that guy, and took screen caps from my other terabyte hard drive that I plugged into that is basically now a backup drive for that new computer. Okay, or newer computer. I took those screen caps that I had in that terabyte hard drive, transferred them over to this one, so I can plug them into this computer here. Okay, so I have the old and new hate mail. Okay, the latest hate mail, and whatnot is on here now. So I changed the order, and now we have this guy here. So we're just gonna go through. I went by date. Okay, went by date. And in ways, it's kind of alphabetical as well, but it's just by date. So yeah, we're going to get to the newest stuff way later, and by that time, hopefully there'll be more, and we'll just keep that content going. That's how it is. Continue on here. Someone says, I see you have Windows 7 now. Okay, this is about, I basically made a video about my issues with Star Ocean Second Story being played on this emulator, EPXE, and basically, someone says, "I see you have Windows 7 now." I don't know if it was sarcastic or not, but whatever. Someone says, "I see you have Windows 7 now." And I say, "Yep, I had to upgrade from old XP. I also got a quad-core processor." I may have been sarcastic on that one, but someone said. Then that person says, "That's good. At least you're now on a supported OS like me." and then someone who has been commenting on all my Star Wars Second Story videos, saying that they would do things a different way than what I've been doing. But some of that ways were pretty rough because it was like, oh, I got my Claude at 100, level 100 before I left the first. How much time do I have? Okay, good. Plenty of time. Before I left the first continent of the game, I'm like, yeah, that's possible, but it takes a long time. It takes only days or weeks to do that. No, I'm not trying to do that. I want to get through the game. I want to do the story. So I'm not going to be going. Basically, probably what he or she did was they went to there's a mountain. Okay. There's this one mountain you can go to early on in the game if you want to, but the enemies are so high level that they can kill your guy in like 1 or 2 hits, kill your party very quickly. So yeah, and most that mountain is used for. Originally, it's supposed to be for a side quest that's way later in the game. Okay, but you can seeing as you can access it pretty early in the game, you can level up a lot with that with the enemies on that mountain if you do things right. Okay, so that's probably what they did. But because those are the most powerful. Okay. Those are the most powerful enemies on. Sorry. Most powerful enemies on that continent. Okay, so you have a few continents. You have like I believe it was it Cross, then Lacour, then you go to I think the one where the Sorcery Globe meteor fell. Then you go to a different planet. That's and there's a few continents there. And that's how that goes. Yeah, so yeah, first, but yeah, this person does make a good comment here. This person says, that sucks, because, that sucks. That's one of the reasons I never play PS1 games on any emulator, but the PS1 version is already glitchy in that it freezes up after a battle is over, and it happens often enough that I only played the second Evolution version on my PSP instead. Maybe this person gave me an idea to try a PSP emulator, because I do use a PSP emulator now, and it works great. There's a lot of games from PlayStation 1 on the PSP emulator, so it's like, yes, I can play those PlayStation 1 games now. I've got my PSP emulator, so it's cool. I also had, and then that sort was great. Then they for some reason have to continue bragging about what they did. What they did, So then they say, I also had level 100 party members, Claude, Opera, and Bowman, before climbing up Illyria Tower. So I hate to lose that save file permanently. I'm like, and I say, yeah, don't worry, I'll try again and have a backup save. And I did, but I eventually figured out the EAPXE emulator that worked way better. Let's see here. Yeah, still holding in no particular order. Well, in a sort of particular order, but so hopefully more alphabetical. Hopefully more about date. Hopefully the conversations will not be backward, and it will be less backward and more forward. So let's see. Okay, so now, we got Claude talking about some stuff. I'm blasting my ways through. the Star Ocean second Evolution basically the PSP version of Star Ocean Second Story clip. There. Okay, so now we're here on an Ask Laura comment. Oh my gosh, that is cool. What time we have? Got to make very clear on the time. Got a little time. Okay, like 2 minutes left. Okay, so Ask Laura is one of the cutest shows I've ever seen, and it's actually educational, talking about puberty and stuff. Okay, it's a flash animated show by Tomo Canal. Just get it on YouTube. Let's just say these videos, they are kind of trying they're not like the craziest thing ever, but they do talk about some sensitive subjects. Okay, puberty, menstruation, things like that. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely interesting stuff there. Just watch out for that. But they're a lot of fun. And so there's a comment I made on there, and then other people made too. So the comment says, a boyfriend, not a friend boy like you, says someone on the show. OMG, friend zone so hard. Smiley faces, laughing faces. Someone else says, that awkward moment when we're fall in love with your best friend. And I say, Tony's idea of a kissing class is genius. Also, you've taken your first step into a larger world. I just had to say it. And someone says, is it weird that I was smiling uncontrollably during this? Yeah, because that episode, they had I think it was like Laura, the main character girl, and her friend, one of her friends who happens to be a friend who's a boy, So they actually developed they actually developed a crush on each other, I guess, and kissed and did have a kiss in that episode. So it's like, yeah, you're taking your first step into a larger world. So I was like, oh, that was amazing. It was really crazy stuff. So yeah, about out of time. So I'll say see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube, DeviantArt. We'll continue on with more hate mail and stuff like that.